Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate you coming out, checking this out. So, if you guys ever had one of those days, just the kind of day where nothing seems to go quite right. So, yesterday I was in the gym, kind of pinched a nerve in my neck or something, so dealing with that, and it's kind of painful. But there's been a little bit of a lull in the weather. Yesterday was raining pretty good, and so I decided I'd go out. And I had a video. I've got a video that I really want to put together that I want to get out. I want to get it out pretty soon. So packed all my stuff into my bag and went out to the spot where I shoot. And it's not a nice day out. It's pretty miserable out. It's like 22-mile-an-hour winds. Wind chill's got to be below freezing, and it's kind of misty. Just not a great day or a great experience out there. So I got out to the spot and I went to go set it up, and I realized I had forgotten some things, and I was like, I'll make it work without it. I was going to set up a tarp to try and block some of the wind, and knowing that I was going to use my lapel mic, it was going to be okay because my back was going to be to the wind. I'd have the tarp behind me. I was going to make it work. But then I went to put my mic on, and my mic wasn't working. So for whatever reason, it decided today it was going to give me a card error. I've since fixed it. I'm using it right now. But because it was giving me the card error, I couldn't use that. So I was just going to use the mic that was on my camera. I've got a Rode mic that sits on top of my camera, but it's not the greatest. It doesn't have the best sound quality. And even with the dead squirrel that I've got on there, the windsock that's on it, it still picks up wind noises pretty bad. And so I wasn't looking forward to using that, and I wasn't even sure that it was going to be usable with the amount it was buffeting and kind of moving around from the wind. So I wasn't looking forward to editing and hearing just how bad it was and figuring out that, well, I probably can't use any of that footage anyway. But it didn't even get that far, because as I was setting up my stuff, I broke another piece of equipment. And so, after a half hour or so out there, being cold, having my fingers feel numb, I just decided to pack it up and come in here and just do this. So not the best experience for the day, but hey, we all have those days. I guess today was my turn. Job hunt wise, things are going pretty well. I've had a couple of interviews. We got 3 more lined up right now. And so looking really forward to seeing where things go. It is I've mentioned it before, but it is kind of a frustrating process, because it's not just you interview once and you're told you either got or didn't get the job. It's usually a series, at least at the level I'm going for. It's a series of 3, 4, sometimes more interviews. So you start at a low level. Sometimes it's just like a screening interview to see, does this person even meet the qualifications of the job? And then you'll get to the people that are actually doing the job, talking with them and seeing whether or not you're a good fit. And then it's getting to the senior leadership levels and sometimes a board before you'll get to the approval process, and then they'll put together the offer and get it to you. So it's a long, drawn-out process, and what I've been seeing is that from the time you apply, it's several weeks before you get notification. You do the interview, and then it's several weeks for the next interview, several weeks for the following one. So it's a long process, and so you just got to be prepared for that. And so it's been one of those things that's been on my mind, which was really nice this past weekend, getting out onto the trail and being able to get away for a little while and kind of push that to the side and focus on just being out and being in the moment. It was a lot of fun. Got to test out some new gear, try some new things, and met Greg. I'd never met Greg before. Met some guys that had seen the channel, watched some of the videos, and actually that was what inspired them to get out on the trail. So that was pretty awesome as well. I'm not a big fan of the sitting in front of the camera like this and doing the videos in this manner. I much prefer taking you guys out with me when I'm going out to do some gear testing and kind of giving you a sneak peek of some of the stuff that I'm working with. It's kind of weird sitting in here just talking to a camera, not doing anything. But that's what I'm doing. Coming up, I've got a lot of things that I'm going to be doing review-wise. So part of that 5-minute review series, I currently have several different things lined up on there. I've got a list going of items that I'm going to be putting on the 5-minute review. So water filtration stuff, more cooking stove stuff. I know that people really like that. Some sleeping gear, so quilts, sleeping pads, more sleep systems, more tents. Got a couple of tents that I will be doing reviews on. I've got a hammock stand that I'm going to be doing a review on. And so all those things are coming up. I need the weather to cooperate. I need to be able to get out and get these things recorded. Today didn't seem to be that day. Also, I do have some new products, some that I've shown you and some that I haven't shown you, that I'm doing reviews on, kind of longer term things, just seeing how they work out, pluses and minuses of them, so I can share that with you guys. If you guys have items that you want to see reviewed, if you have things that I haven't looked at in the past or haven't used in the past, throw them down in the comments down below. I do also want to know what you guys think about doing a live question and answer, because I know I get a lot of questions on some of the videos, and so I'm answering a lot of times it's the same questions over and over, but there's a lot of good questions that are out there, and so I was curious what you guys thought about maybe doing a live question and answer session. So also down below, let me know whether or not that's something that you're interested in. If it is, that's something we'll get set up here in the next couple of weeks. We'll get an announcement out there and make sure that people know what's coming up and try and get as much participation as possible. Those things go a lot better when you've got a lot of interaction and a lot of people kind of throwing out good questions that aren't a yes or no question, but are ones that you can kind of dive deep into. And as you're discussing them, other people are typing in their input, and so you get a pretty wide variety of ideas that can be expressed during one of those sessions. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you for today. Hopefully tomorrow I'm out doing some testing. I do have an interview as well tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know how everything goes, and hopefully we get out testing tomorrow. See you guys.